Hi guys, and welcome to my MEKAKUCITY Actors Episode 7 and 8 review. Episode 7 was pretty much the continuation on from Episode 6, so Headphone Actor and UK Yesterday chapters. So it showed Haruka in hospital, and then Takane freaking out about him, and then her going to school, and the Ayano thing I think was new. I don't remember that being in the manga, but it probably was. And then it showed Takane collapsing, and then of course her turning into NA. After that, it pretty much jumped into the present, back with the Dan at the cemetery at Ayano's gravestone, and we learnt a bit more backstory there, and learning that they were siblings. And then it goes off, and we are left with Kano, and then we find out the truth, or his real self, him being kind of evil or lying. So the fan base is kind of split on that. It's either you hate him or you love him and want to defend him. I'm more towards the hate, but I don't know, it was kind of a douche thing to do, turning into Haruka into telling NA Takane about his death. So after that, we pretty much got the actual Konoha's State of the World, or State of the World. Always get it wrong. So that took about 5 minutes, and we still haven't even seen the rest of it. So hopefully that will be a later episode, because it's actually a really good song, and you find out more about Hibiya and Hiyori. But now that episode 8 has aired, Lost Time Memory, we know that Hiyori and Konoha have disappeared into the days everyone thinks. So we don't know what will happen there. But now on to episode 8. Episode 8 was a great episode. We found out a lot, especially how eye powers work, especially with the opening scene between Kido and her sister when Kido was younger, with Kido being in the days and her sister letting her escape, and thus receiving her eye power. Just a great scene. It was probably the highlight of animation in that episode, other than some of the stairs looking really flat. You can see that the budget has kind of dropped in the past few episodes, with only a few scenes being really well animated, and then some others looking kind of bland, and continuity between scenes going haywire. Like the scene where Momo, Kido, and Shintaro are talking on the couches. Momo was sitting on the ground, and the next shot she's on the couch, and then she's back on the ground. It's just, that'll be fixed up in the Blu-rays, but you can just see it disappearing slowly. But yeah, next I should say that Hibiya is now out of the days, and he now has his power. We also found out about how the rest of them have died, because, well, they did, and now they are back, and it is cool. So we have found that out. That was a particularly well animated scene with the stained glass. That was, well, not really animation, but the actual look was cool. Particularly of something of particular note in this episode was the actual insert song, Lost Time Memory, which was probably the best scene in the whole episode, because it reveals a lot. It reveals properly that this is a new route, and that every single other route, meaning manga, novels, and songs, are all canon, and it's just awesome. And also how Shintaro does have a power, and it has awakened properly now, but we don't know what it is, and it seems he got it from Mary, and I said her name right finally. Awesome. So, in that insert song, Lost Time Memory, a lot of stuff happened, but the shot of particular importance is the one Mary with her unknown power giving it to Shintaro, it seems. Well, that's my take on it, but I'm guessing we will find out next week. That's all I'm really going to mention this episode. or for these episodes. So see you next week, probably, unless I get busy again, like I did last week, and thus the joint review. Okay. Janet.